Man, at first I was thinking getting a thumbnail for George would be hard, but then episode 12 came in and we got a lot of good options. Right, meme? Right, meme? Anyway, welcome to Battlefight Ridercast, where we lost the bad one.
Yes, the bad one.
He deserves it. Motherfucker.
Ironically, he's probably the only one who was trying to be good.
Yet failed horribly. Now, if you're listening, if this is your first time watching us, or listening to us, we're sorry. We're not good at introducing ourselves. We still haven't figured that one out. So hey, anyway, I'm home. That
I'm
there is.
happy.
He's happy. Just Pep. Twitter in the description. If you need.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. Correct. So yeah, what we do is we talk about Kamen Rider, specifically the current season, and then whatever the fuck we decide to, or the bullets in our guts decide to do for the second half.
Yeah.
And this time, well, in one way I'm happy it's just the two of us, because there'll be a lot of noises in the second half. But first, Kamen Rider Revised, episode 11. I don't have the titles ready because the one whose job it was to get the titles is not here.
Give me a moment.
We don't need the bit.
I can prove I'm better than Meme.
Yes, that's what that's the energy we should bring to this show.
Okay, episode 11. Invincible Sakura. Power for what purpose? Or as they say in Nippon, Mutaki no Sakura, nani no tame no chikara.
Man, why is Meme doing the bit and not you?
Because I can read Japanese, he can't.
Yeah. Honestly, I like the way the episode fights. Episode starts with getting to the fight montage. Since it's like
Be doing a thing I don't think it's the series has done since like Kuga.
Yeah, where it's like acknowledges that we're not following it chronologically. Events happen in between.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, finally someone acknowledges it. It's not just something happened off screen. Okay.
No boy, Toei must be bleeding money since they designed all those suits.
I'll double reuse them later. Don't worry.
Of course they will.
I mean, it's the one thing that's making the money, unlike Sentai.
No.
Let's not talk about the leaks. Let's not.
It's not really leaks. That was like officially revealed.
That's even worse. Yeah. Then we also get like I feel like what was the point of the mask when we immediately get to see his face?
For the preview, of course.
Yeah. I'm kind of sad.
You have to admit, in the preview, it was very effective at making you go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but I wish it would last at least 2 episodes, not less than 5 minutes.
I mean, I'll bring up something they might do with the mask later, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Also, I just now noticed I like Sakura's P shirt. It's very good. And, again, like, I feel like it's very much hit or miss, but I still like it's the kind of comedy Vice brings in is very unique to Rider, where instead of just, normally you have the goofy character like doing the Banzai bit where they play off the straight man. Vice is just doing his thing in the background and the plot goes on. You don't really see that much.
But he's getting a budget for his bits. That's getting bad.
I mean, yeah, it was a fucking Terminator Arnie line. Of course he would need budget. Yeah. Also, another funny thing about the belt that Sakura receives, Sakura gets a belt, is that when we get to see it properly, it's an actual belt. It's like, oh hey, a belt that's an actual belt. I haven't seen that since Wizard. Yeah.
I wonder why.
Also, when I looked at the episode title, like what was it? It was why does the unbeatable Sakura need powers? Like immediately in my head went foolishness, Iki, foolishness. Might controls everything. Now this is sad since Meme is not here. You don't know about the Devil May Cry, so there was no reaction, sadly.
That's why I have the true power. I am resistant to your bits. Die. Oh, he did. Okay. Moving on.
I was just thinking, like, I mean, yeah, remember the theme of our podcast, funny disabled. Also, also, I can see like the fucking Yuri undertones they're playing off with fucking Sakura constantly thinking about Aguilera. Like, there are in these two episodes there are a lot of Yuri undertones. Like, boy. Like, I mean, yeah, they need to balance something out with Hiromi, and now you also discovered your own weakness. Normally, you're the quiet one in the podcast, but since the loudmouth is gone, you have to make up for him.
See, I feel like my problem is that you usually just go too fast, but I also cannot complain about that because I see the length of the fucking podcasts. So it's like, guess I'll die then. Okay. Goodbye.
Gotta take the chains just to steer the podcast in the correct direction, because I don't know what I'm doing. I just rampaging.
Okay, my Shido.
I'm sorry for all the people that didn't get the reference. Anyway, trash
I'm
bag
sorry
dead
for
man.
the people that did get the reference.
Trash bag dead man. Like, I don't care what they call it. It's a trash bag. Look at it. It's a fucking trash bag.
I do like the detail in its design, where it has a bunch of those masks that all the dead men have. But like, there are two big ones and the rest are small ones, which is pretty indicative of what the actual of how the demon works.
So I'm gonna assume that the dead man can only like take on like 2 proper contracts, like where the causes the person to be able, like 2 advanced contracts and then a bunch of the normal ones. So that's what I'm assuming. Also, I was scared about it in the fucking the episode when they shot it. I was like, wait, is that blood? Did they actually put in blood? No, it's just goop. But it looked like blood for a second.
Goop is also good. Come on. Maybe
also, like,
sometimes you gotta bleed goop. It's fine.
Yeah, it's such a powerful goop. It erased Vice's ass.
Come on, characters in Kodaka games bleed Listerine. It's fine.
Okay, what's with all these references all of a sudden to stuff we know but the audience doesn't know?
This is the despair of me having to talk.
You only think of references. Your brain is other media.
Oh yeah, right. Also, the fucking body of the dead man under the trash bag is a bunch of those masks.
Yeah.
Which, boy, that must have been some work.
Also, again, a really good action scene as always. At this point, I don't want to talk about that because I keep saying the same thing because there's nothing more to be said. They're good.
I mean, we can talk about Vice losing his ass.
I already said it, that the goop made him lose his ass.
I didn't hear you. I was busy too busy making my own bits.
That's the problem. You gotta synchronize.
No, we don't.
Okay.
It makes it funnier.
For us, not for the audience.
Haha, I'll desync the audio as a bit. Not really.
Also, you know when Oltega and then the lady of the hour, the one from the karate dojo, it's like when they walk in and Oltega just somehow makes all the Phoenix guys vanish. Where the room was full of them, and then he blasts some smoke and they're gone. Like, not even they're lying around, like their bodies are around. No, they're just gone.
That's the power of having eyeliner on the outside.
Like, Phoenix might be the worst. Like, you know, I'm thinking about Zect. I'm thinking about all the others, kind of organizations / police that'll be on the side of that'll be fighting the monsters, and Phoenix might be one of the worst ones. Like, Zect was Zect was flip flopping between being productive and kicking the main character's teeth, but at least they were competent more than half the time.
Look, Phoenix needs a trade-off for like the main three Phoenix characters besides
Like-
Daiji being Chads.
Like, the leadership is somewhat competent, and that's it.
Like, Wakabayashi, Hiromi, and George are way too good. There needs to be a balance.
Yeah. The rest of the fucking force. It's like, okay, we have these two guys at the head, and then we have this our captain, who's also pretty cool. We have this flying ship. This is flying headquarters, and the rest are just interns. They wasted all their budget on the things that's that's not the main force.
Man, remember when we watched the first episode and we were like laughing at this one dipshit in a cape?
Wish I could go back to that day.
Why? Hiromi's good now.
No, because yes, but then I had a much better opinion of Phoenix.
I mean, did you really? They were holding an event with a bunch of Phoenix soldiers on standby, and they still got their teeth kicked in.
Well, we'll take it. That was the first episode. We didn't know much about them. Not that I know so much about them. I can see their uselessness. Also, man, like that fucking woman spent so much time in front of the money, yet she didn't take any.
The GTA character.
Again, stop! If you're gonna reference something, reference Kamen Rider for once.
No.
The audience has to follow along. What? Before you said me was the only one trying to be competent. Now all that has gone to me, where I'm trying to against my instincts to steer the podcast in a good direction. Yet here you are.
You told me to steer it, so I'm steering.
But then don't steer it off the cliff.
But then it's funny. Off the cliff we go. Whee!
And then we get again, much to your chagrin, I would imagine, a wide vice. I don't have the problem.
I just like the feet. That's it. That's all of it.
The feet are fine. Also, again, like then we go back to the scene where Aguilar is beating up Sakura, and just all the guys like, man, this is boring. Go and get a sandwich.
Gotta go buy more eyeliner.
Okay, what do you think they all eat? Like
Chipotle.
Like I'm imagining Julio is the only one that actually, that's the one that cooks. So he's the one that buys ingredients and tries to cook for someone. Where Oteka will eat sometime. Aguilar
Wait. Julio cooks. Oteka eats it. Aguilera comes in with Taco Bell.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. That Aguilar says, nah, she just has some bullshit from a fast food. Okay, I have a better one. Julio is the one that cooks, but he always does Spanish cuisine. And Oteka eats it, but he will say, can you do something other than Spanish? Or Mexican, or let's Spanish or more Mexican / South American.
He fucking swerves into Tex-Mex.
Also, is it just the fucking explosions out of effects get so much better with Revice specifically? Because I always felt like for years they were just stock explosion. And here they're just not just the explosion, they started adding effects where there's a slight shimmering, there's a glint before the monster explodes. Like they're so much more detailed.
It's called the direction.
Yes, the thing that the Kamen Rider didn't have for years.
Truly entering a new era of almost competent question mark.
Again, this is just a slight nitpick, and just like the main thing of the 2-episode arc is the lady, her son is very ill, needs a proper surgery, costs a lot of money. The Shirap's bank and is with the villain to get a lot of money. Couldn't she since she's one of the head people at the dojo, couldn't she say her son is in proper, if anyone could donate? Come on. Like, you are in a position where you meet with a lot of people. Where, it's just a lot. When you see something like this in the real world, I always see on Twitter, like someone started like a GoFundMe for like, hey, someone in our family is a surgery. I'm starting a GoFundMe and I'm promoting it. Like you always see it on Twitter, on Facebook, and all this stuff. And just seriously, our first like the first conclusion you came into is gotta rob a bank.
See, but this is comparing Americans to Japanese, which is two very different like attitudes. Like people in the USA don't really mind asking people for money because the fucking brashness is a part of it.
Again, like this might be like a culture thing again. It's just, but I feel like we're so like, I still feel like the idea of like you see a lot in Japanese media is like people don't ask anyone else for help; they shoulder everything themselves. Like, I feel like
also I'll say it like this: it's easier asking people you don't know for money than people you do know.
Again, like this is just a nitpick. It's not anything serious. It's just something that was nagging on me while I was watching it.
Yeah, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah. Also, something I missed out on, like we would talk about since we were talking about, the money. Again, another very nothing pose for the transformation.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of funny, I'll give it that, but still, where's the homoerotica that we've all wanted? Where's the 69 pose?
You gotta wait till the final form. Come on.
Also,
you gotta earn it.
Also, guys, you needed to show less than his mouth, but just with that, I could tell that it was the guy. Like you could have at least tried a little bit to hide it more. Also, I like the idea that the everyone dressed like a normal person is just Iki dresses like a hobo in his family.
He's the only one that wears the fucking bathhouse merch.
Yeah, and then we have Daiji trying to convince Sakura to be a trad wife. You think Daiji is fuck? What's the meme? Oh, you think that Daiji's a libertarian?
He's the Asian wife.
So Hiromi is the libertarian?
Look, I'm not saying that. He is in that kind of relationship. I'm just saying if he was, he would be the Asian wife.
Good point. But yeah, still, I still can't get over that. This guy that we're building up, like is to be like like one of the more major antagonists for like at least the first third of Revise. Is that man is a trash bag? Can I get over that?
Come on.
Also, once again, like we see the other family show up this episode, and I'm getting more and more suspicious of them. What the fuck is wrong with them?
Yeah, did you see their fucking house?
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. What the fuck?
Like, what are they? Are they the true villains? Are they the true dead mans? Are they fragments of Gifu?
They're just random ass stalkers for the Igarashi family.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're planning with them, but I'm scared.
They were a big fan of Daddy's streams, and so they decided to stalk him and his family.
No.
Like the second half of the series is just trying to actually like deal with stalkers. The dead men are gone.
Do you know what would be the funniest? Is if we find out that that Julio is also part of that family. Or like someone from them, like either Oteka, Julio, or Aguilar, or they're all like one of them has to be part of the family. That'll be the funniest.
Like the fucking wife says, "Oh, dinner will be ready soon." Where? The kitchen's clean. There's nothing happening in there.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, I kind of like the advanced, like the design. Like, not exactly the body, but I like the face. It looks very doll-like.
I thought you were gonna say that the horns remind you of Emperor.
Shut.
No.
Why?
Because what would be the point of the podcast then? I had to pause and I look at the design and I look at the fingers and I die.
Why? What's the problem?
Do you not see it?
I see no problems. You're the only one that ever sees problems. Since you mentioned fingers, I love the fact that she's like, okay, yeah, I need a weapon. How do I get it? I'm just gonna rip my arm off and transform that arm into a weapon.
It's good.
Revive feels more like okay, we're restarting. Like, this feels more like a game changer more than 0-1 was supposed to be. 0-1.
I don't think 0-1 was meant to be a game changer.
No, but this is what you would expect. Is getting a new era is beginning. Like, this was like, since this feels more like a start of a new era than 0-1. This feels, I'm getting the same vibes from this as I'm getting from Double and from Guga and from Deno, where there's such a just a shift, like, not a huge one. This feels more like, I don't know how Decade was, but I feel like going from, like, Deno Kiva to Double feels very much like going from 0-1 Saber to Revise. Like, there's not a giant shift, but there is a shift.
Yeah, it feels better because you're going from Decade to Double.
I mean, this also feels better because I'm going from Saber to Revise. I'm sorry, I had to do this. Yeah, I still...
I mean, you say that, but you've never seen Zeo, so you cannot say what it felt like to go from Zeo to 0-1.
I can't say what it feels like going from Build to 0-1.
Well, that's a bit different, isn't it?
Can we just agree that the anniversary seasons are their own different beasts?
Can't wait to clobber me with them.
I'm excited for that special. Excited for the Decade episode we're gonna do, where it's just gonna be us drunk. All of us.
I wish I was drunk.
I'll send you something.
I don't drink!
You will for that one.
Look, if I cannot get through life's problems without getting drunk, then what the fuck can I get through?
I don't know. Anyway, Sakura. I'm like, don't none of these people ever think, hey, before I go into the fight, transform, maybe I should test if the transform actually works, if the henshin works.
I mean, not the only example of it failing before this was Hiromi, and then fucking that discouraged Daiji, and Iki had to risk it.
Yeah, but Sakura didn't need to risk it. Nowadays, she could have just done, like, she had the belt for a while. She could have tested it a bit ago.
Yes, but then it doesn't feel as cool if it works.
Again, I'm thinking back to Gaim. Well, yes, there, you had to use it like a in the spur of a moment, a really quick way. But then afterwards, you see him just doing it just in his room, just testing it out what he can do with it. I'm like, I wish we were doing more of that. Hint for the next episode. Yeah, because Sakura is a dipshit. Iki gets slashed in the back, which we next episode. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, he got slashed, but
I mean, you can tell it was not big of a deal because he stayed transformed.
Yeah, it didn't untransform him. It just it's like getting a hook. Like getting getting an you're in a boxing match, you're getting blocking, and you get a left hook goes past your guard, and it like you wobbles up, you go to a knee, but it's not that hard. It doesn't it's not a knockout.
It's just a concussion. It's fine.
Yes, it's like concussion. It's fine. Also, I like the little bit where you see where we cut to headquarters and you see George just confused.
Kind of leaves you guessing, has he not made the driver, or is he wondering how the driver got there?
Yeah, and then we see his reaction in the next episode, like a few minutes later, where he just fucking loses it. And,
anyway, as we are saying, episode 12. Where the fuck's the wiki?
Also, like in that one the initial outburst, I had more thumbnail options for George, but this is the one that's from that right from the beginning of the episode. I managed to get going frame by frame. This one's pretty good.
Anyway, Kamen Rider Revice, Episode 12. Weakness is strength, the invincible gene. Or as they say in the Orient, Yoasa wa tsuyosa, muteki no Janju. Janu. Fuck.
Should be Jean. Like Jean d'Arc.
Yeah, but I was like in Japan reading mode, so I brain didn't click.
You brained.
Brained.
Brained. Kamen Rider brained. You know what? Fuck Kamen Rider Caramel or Kamen Rider Pepper or Kamen Rider Frog. You're Kamen Rider brained.
No. Come on. Why me? You know it's the least appropriate one.
You came up with the term, now you live with it. Also, he is green. It's appropriate. Come on. At least he looks better than Hart. Just fuck up.
Kazimua,
Yeah.
do you want to die?
I meant the Kamen Rider form, come on.
You're treading on thin ice.
What? I was just saying, the Kamen Rider Hart form looks like shit.
Yeah, but you did not say Kamen Rider Hard. You just said, hey, Brain looks better than Hard.
Yeah, because before I was talking about the Kamen Rider form of Brain. Anyway, not even 1 minute into the episode, and Iggy's already on his feet. Just run into the fight, no problem. Nothing happened. It's fine.
The world's busiest body. The world's biggest busybody.
Yeah. And then the guy's like, oh, nobody died. Boring, let's go. Yeah. Also, not the flashiest finisher, but I still kind of like it. Like, a double rider kick. And I like the shot where the double rider kick and Ravi is just standing between them. Or Vice is standing between them.
It's like, you're living.
Oh, okay. I'm usually the other one, but okay.
Oh, wait. What? 3, 2, 1.
Ah! And, okay, this is curious. Why did the Cobra Vice stamp, shatter? Why did the Vice stamp shatter?
Oh, that was the Planaria that was duplicated from the
original.
original.
Oh, that was Planaria. I thought it was the Cobra one. Okay.
Cobra has a gold base.
Okay, I didn't catch that. Yeah, then the doctor guy is like, now woman, I still got a job for you. And then Daiji, while being a kind of an asshole, he does call her out for being an idiot and being causing Iki to get
being brained.
Yes, being brained. Is that gonna be our new running bit? Brained.
Only when memes sleeping.
No. You know what? I take it back. You're not Kamen Rider brained. Meme is Kamen Rider brained. That's what he deserves. You're not a fan. Even a fanboy needs a brain, which he doesn't.
Every day before midnight, we go into group chat and type, "Meme is sleeping. Post brained."
I mean, we have an image of him. We could use it.
Don't do that to him.
I don't know how to edit. You can. You have the power.
Come on. That's actually bullying. Come on.
It's not bullying if we only send it to each other and not meme.
But I said group chat.
I'm saying just demon it between us. He doesn't need to see it. We can also just not make the image and say we made it.
Also, during the opening, is it just me, or are these fucking credits during the George section weird?
Why?
It feels like there's more of them.
Not really. It doesn't really feel like it. Also, I'm still surprised they didn't put a Kamen Rider Live into the opening.
I mean, maybe they're waiting for Jean.
Hmm.
Because they're pretty close by, so...
Yeah. And we, also this episode is the first time where we see, George properly agitated. Which, respawned a lot of potential thumbnails.
It's an interesting note that George scrapped the driver.
Yeah.
Why?
That might be something we learn later. But then another question is, who sent it to Sakura?
I mean, just from general observations, it seems to be Aguilera.
Yeah. Which would also mean she somehow then has a connection to George.
Or she grummages for George's trash.
How does she have access to George's trash?
Look, we don't know what her dead man form is. Maybe it's a raccoon.
Don't call Aguilera a raccoon, please no. Julio is a better raccoon than Aguilera.
But it would be funny. Come on.
No. I mean, again, the theme of Revice's family, what if they're related? I mean, it would seem appropriate.
I mean, we kinda know that's not the case, because, before Revice released, there were, descriptions for all the characters, including Aguilera, and it specifically mentions her family died.
But I'm not meaning, blood related, but we know that, she was with, Deadman since she was a toddler, basically. Well, what I'm saying is that George might have a connection to Gifu-sama. He might have a connection to Gifu and Deadman's.
I mean, it's possible maybe his dad was Gift's contractor.
There's still so much we don't know about George.
I'm more concerned about what we don't know about Wakabayashi.
Nah, I'm kind of chill with Wakabayashi for now.
Exactly. He's in the background. He's laying low.
I'm thinking he's gonna be very much like Fruit Man from Gaim, where he's always gonna be in the background, and he's never gonna leave it. Also, again, how did they guess it was a planetarian? It's a trash bag. How? Also, I like that the motivation of the fucking planetarian trash man. I'm just gonna call him Trash Man. It's like, so hey, what are you all doing? It's like, well, I don't know. Guess I could become Gifu. And then you see Akira and Julio having this shocked face, and Oteka just holding himself back from laughing.
Man.
It's very good.
I'm sure Oteka will not stab anyone in the dead man's in the back. It's fine.
He's totally not the Kazari of Revice.
Totally not the Green UA. Red UA, not Green UA.
Totally not Sora.
He's also a green villain.
Fuck. Fuck. God. Also, I really enjoyed the scene that we have with the family about Sakura. There's really nothing for me to say about it, but just it's a good scene.
It's nice.
And it just shows out that I think you could kind of get that from her in the earlier episodes, but she's the one that kind of acts stuff.
Yeah. It's nice, and then at the end of the scene, Iki gives himself heartburn.
It's fine. It's fine. He's basically a shonen protagonist. This is normal. Yeah. Also, I will say that this episode made me like Iki a lot more. That's a scene that's gonna be up later. But before, again, why does everyone in the show have better drip than everyone in Saber? Aguilera's fit is so good. And again,
maybe they let the fucking actors pick their own clothes.
Yeah, unlike with Saber, where you got fucking those pants still haunt my dreams.
I'd like to imagine that the reason Iki is always wearing the fucking Happy Spa merch is because the actor wants him to wear that.
It's it's comfortable. I want to move around in this.
I want the merch at home and I'm gonna use this.
Yeah. Also, again, No, you're debating it here at all. Don't worry about it. Again, what's with their what's the big shtick with villains just saying random English words for no reason?
I mean, this is cool. Makes you seem deranged.
And we might get that fucking Hiromi scene.
Yeah.
I was losing it. We're just out of nowhere. He just said that he was bullied. That's why he fights now. Like,
Hero me be like, hero me.
You can tell they had nothing written for Hiromi. Like, I feel like before he came out, like, this is continuing to, like, go with my feeling where they're treating him out of suit as a kind of a meme character.
Yeah.
Like, somehow he's the comic relief. Even though he doesn't really... Like, Vice is actively going for comedy, whereas Hiromi makes me laugh, not for reasons they intended to.
You don't know. You don't know what the writer's doing.
God. And also, guys, it's gonna come up later, but yeah. Thanks for putting later on. Thanks for putting Hiromi out of the fight for no reason.
It's fine.
It's fine. But before that, we have to go to instead of the cuck shit, the Sulk jungle gym.
Jungle gym. Jungle gym. Jungle gym.
And this
Jungle gym.
And this, it's this, like, you know, where you see Iki talking with Sakura, where it wasn't like 1-to-1, but I was getting kind of faint, like, you know, like, just a bit he reminded me of Godai, whenever he would talk with, just sit down with someone and just talk with them, and just help them get over their problems. Just, Iki reminded me of that in this scene.
What is up with his jacket, though?
Again, Iki is
like wearing a long shirt, and then it just has this jacket.
It's anti-drip,
like,
I already told you.
That's like a raincoat.
It's
God.
It's anti-drip. Its own form of drip. Rejected drip become trash. Also, like, I like that Sakura was always saying, like, I'm the strongest, I'm cool, I'm strong. But, like, she always acted like one, but never was. Like, she would, like, talk a big game, but never, like, went through with anything. Like,
she's physically strong.
Yeah.
It is confirmed that when transformed, she's stronger than both Daiji and Iki.
We'll talk about that. Yeah, very much, like, it was this scene that made me like Iki a lot more. But yeah, he's the busybody, but you see where it's not that he just jumps into people's business, he actually, like, you know, tries to understand what's their problem and help them. Which, I know that's like the trait that every protagonist basically has. But, also, now that we're past that scene, I want to get back to it. Like, why did Hiromi untransform? Why?
He's dying. It's time to write him out of the show.
Yeah, like, it's weird. Like, they were saying
we can't pretend he's the tertiary anymore. He has to leave.
Yeah, but it's still weird. Like, they were, like, we know that they were talking.
Christmas is coming up.
No, don't tell me they delayed his death so that they could kill him on the Christmas special, please. This isn't Exade.
Kinoshita is friends with Yuya.
No, come on. Not even Yuya did it for 0-1. Come on.
But he sure played it up that he would.
Also, if they're cutting him off, that will explain him suddenly was blurting out his backstory that he came up with 5 minutes ago. And here we have the scene.
I don't know. Hiromi does feel like a bullied child. It does not feel like it came out of nowhere.
Like, retrospectively, yeah. But I don't think that's what they were going for. And here's what I'm talking about. Like, again, I like this. Like, before Sakura just goes into the fight again, thinking like, yeah, this is it. She goes, like, you know, test out the henshin if it will work. Like, I like that. It's just like, it's not always gonna magically work. You should test out if it's gonna work in the first place. Just, like, I would say some.
I mean, to be fair, she saw Daiji transforming without problems.
Yeah.
It's easy to assume they did work for you too.
Considering that the Daichi is the bottom of the family. Yeah, just. Also, I like the scene where she just realizes that she, like, again, I've also just to throw in a minor nitpick. I feel like this scene would hit a lot more if we saw more of Sakura.
So enough, honestly.
Yeah, but I mean, if we got more scenes where you can see that she's acting tough, where she's acting like she is the strong. Also, I'm sorry, but when she was her crying over her not being unbeatable, I'm sorry, I couldn't take that face seriously. And also her crying, it almost sounded like she was laughing.
The actress is like 16. So
I mean, yeah, nobody
comes with the territory.
True, not everybody can be Philip from Double, or Takumi from Vice, because he was also like 16 or 17 when they started filming.
I don't remember, was the youngest actor Gintaro's actor or Izumi's actor? Inui's actor.
Wasn't it Phillips? I thought it was Philip.
I mean, main writer.
I mean, yeah, forgot they don't treat Philip as the main writer. Probably Gentaro, but I don't quote me on this. Well, yeah. Okay, it's time.
No, Gentaro was like 18.
Okay, he was 18, so it was Inui who was younger. But yeah, Kamen Rider Jean, the best female design. And also...
From such a large pool, how did they do it?
And also, my favorite design in all of Revise. I love the helmet with the Cobra, tail as the ponytail. The pants, that they're not skin tight. Like, all of that looks cool. The henshin sequence looks sick as hell, too, with the fucking steel bars.
How many people do you think looked too far into the henshin?
Yeah,
especially with the fucking liberal up.
Yeah, I was thinking, guys, do you not know what the word liberate means?
I mean, she is literally freeing herself of her demon when she transforms.
Yeah, which I don't. And yeah, also thank you, because then we got to see the best demon. Dabu. Yeah, but yeah, also I like that she's so much different from most of the writers, is that she just does martial arts. She just beats them up.
But again, she's physically stronger than both Iki and Daiji.
I don't need weapons, I can just beat them up.
I mean, look, just looking at her design, she's obviously more of a monk.
Yeah.
Even has the ponytail.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned the ponytail and the baggy pants. Just the colors, the design of the helmet, the shoulder pads, the pants. All looks so great.
I mean, the colors are just the standard Snake Rider colors.
Oja? I mean,
it's a similar color palette.
No, it isn't. I'm sorry, but in this case, I know.
Did you forget?
I didn't forget. That's what I'm saying. In this case, no. I know. I'm sorry. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about it. But this is something where you have to kind of acknowledge your lack of,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the actual color scheme is based on like a snake thing from Kabutak, if I'm not wrong.
The true answer is blue and yellow go together really well. But yeah, Lovekov, or how do you pronounce it? Lovekavu, just precious, the most precious. The interaction she has with fucking Vice at the end is the best. And just
I mean, he understands. He understands his place in the mascot spot is going away.
Yes, but I also like the distinction where we have Iki, whose devil is this fucking just discounted Joker, I would say. Like this, I'm crazy, or just Deadpool. Like his devil is Deadpool, whereas Sakura's okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. Iki's devil is Deadpool. Daiji's devil is Joker. Jared Leto, Jared, like the Suicide Squad Joker.
Yeah, I get it.
And Sakura's devil is a Scrimblow.
I mean, you say specifically Suicide Squad Joker, but like, I could imagine Kagero saying, "You need someone to give you a reach around."
Just this entire fight, so good.
Fight.
Yeah. Then we see Trashman seething.
You know, with so many juniors on the screen, I wonder if I went frame by frame, I would just see the screen tearing at some point. Because you know this is spliced. It has to.
Yes. Anyway, that was Revise. Very good. Lovekov is precious out of 10.
Okay, before we move on, do you think Polnaria Doctor Man is gonna get to like a Giftex status?
He's gonna get to a Giftex status the episode he's gonna get beaten and written out of the story.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, he's not gonna be a permanent member. But I do think they will get at least one new permanent member.
Okay, this is gonna go into a leak zone. So there's a screenshot from the Beyond Generations movie that shows very clearly what looks like maybe a Phase 3 chameleon dead man.
Ooh.
That seems to be based on Rider Man.
God damn it.
I'll quickly get the picture and you'll understand what I mean by that.
We'll never escape Rider Man. Why is Rider Man?
Because they needed a V3 to say the cool line when Rider Man dies, where he's like, "I now name you Kamen Rider 4.
Good to know that name stuck, right?
Yes, clearly.
Yeah. Also, this is it doesn't have anything to do with Kamen Rider, but hey, there already is a Chrome extension that will let you see dislikes again on YouTube.
Oh, good.
Yes. Eat shit, Google.
Here's the image.
Yeah, I see it. And hey, at least it's a better design than Rider Man.
Maybe because it's a design.
Yes. Not a freak. But hey, this was the revised portion of the episode. And now it's time to go to hell.
Is it?
Yes.
You sure about that?
I don't like Precure.
Why is that?
Okay. You when we were DMing, you said that we should watch the dub because of a funny scene in episode 2.
Yes.
There was no line in episode 2 that stuck out to me as being funny, but there was one line in episode 5 that stuck out to me as being mortifying.
Oh, really? You did not find a line in episode 2 that was, "Why are you doing this?" I don't know. Funny?
Nah. Not really. But what stuck out to me was the long-awaited sequel to Jelly-Filled Donuts.
Okay. Fuck you. Because that's probably the most reasonable they could have got if they were gonna do it.
How? Why not just...
Houm, do I need to introduce you to the concept of a donut hole?
There was no donut hole, there was just octopus meat.
Houm.
I'm like, even if I didn't know what it was, I would still yell, "That's not a donut."
Houm. This is a donut hole.
This still doesn't look anything like, what is it called? Fuck, what is it called? I'm blanking right now.
Takoyaki.
It was takoyaki, yeah.
What do you mean? It's fucking balls.
Not all balls look the same.
Houm. In how it's animated, you could reasonably pass off that, okay, this is balls made of dough.
Yeah, but are also getting fried or getting grilled?
Have you never seen a fried donut?
No. No, actually, I didn't. Never. That's what happens when you live in the middle of Slav land, where donuts. I barely see donuts at all.
But again, my argument is, if they were gonna do it and they were gonna change what they say it is, a donut was probably the most reasonable they could have done.
I guess. I mean, I'm making a big deal out of it. It still wasn't the worst piece of translation they've gone with. Which was... Why Hannah Whitehouse? Why'd you
because
pick... Why'd you
her,
pick...
her last name is Japanese, is Yukishiro, which means snow castle, so that's not particularly better.
But it still would have been better, because it would... If they at least she's half Japanese and they kept her last name, because that would at least explain her living in a giant Japanese estate. In a big, obvious Japanese estate. Because, like, you can show their American kid and they will tell you, that's not an American house. God. Anyway, Precure, specifically the dub of Precure, of Futariwa Precure. That might be the most 5 out of 10 magical girl show I've seen. Just...
I struggle to call it a magical girl show.
It very much is.
They don't do much magic. Like they do so little magic that in fact one of the seasons has to specifically be named Magic Users Precure to make sure that people know that in this season they use magic.
But even if there was no magic, at least I would expect the action to be good, but no! It's trash!
Oh, it's a budget fucking anime made in 2004.
I've seen budget magical girl anime from 2004 that looked much better than this. I don't know if
it's totally budget.
Well, that's funny because the only talk I hear about Precure is that hey, that's where all the animation goes to in Toei. That was before One Piece. Or just people constantly saying why does One Piece look like trash? And then the people be saying look at Precure.
But 2004 was before One Piece started looking like trash.
But it's not just the animation, but just the way the fights are structured and paced. There's basically no structure to it. Just action happens, and then when they hit a certain time in the episode, they have to do the finisher. Even if the way they figure out which finisher makes no sense, or just where they were just stalling where they could have used it right from the start. Just this has the same illness as in Kamen Rider, where they were just why aren't you using the better form, or why aren't you using the finisher right now? But it's so much worse because you never see them do anything else. They just fight, and the only thing that seems at all special about them is the finisher.
I think what the problem here is that I was expecting exactly this even before I first watched the first 2 episodes a year ago.
If you're not gonna show off magic and it's gonna be all about fights, at least structure them in a way that makes sense. And explain as to why they cannot use the finisher immediately. Because and even on the other side of the fence, there are no good designs for the villains, and with the exception of one, and even then that's just David Bowie from Labyrinth. Just straight up. And then they kill him off and getting replaced with shittier looking villains.
It's funny. I've watched the entire season, so I know how it unfolds. So it's funny you say shittier looking villains because they're all, with the exception of the burly guy, they're all better villains than Pidgeot.
Okay, for context, we were all supposed to only watch 6 episodes. It's only Pep that got the brain disease and watched the whole thing.
There's 10 episodes of the sequel.
Just I don't want to be all negative because, but then again, I want to compliment something, but then would have to end the sentence with "but." I don't want to. So you please say something, since you've seen more of it, so you could talk more about it. Please take the stage.
I'll be honest, based on my expectations, what I first expected from the show, I was surprised. Specifically on the pacing, where you got at least something from every episode. Almost. There were a handful of episodes where just nothing happened. But most of the episodes felt yeah, I got something out of this. There was some progress here.
Even if the progress only consisted of like 30 seconds.
I either learned something new about the characters, which, as far as I can tell, that information stays consistent in the sequel.
At least that, but you was talking about the characters. I would say, like, from what I've seen, they're the most cookie cutter, basic magical girl characters. Like, one is the spunky one is the smart one. That's it. Just
again, what I expected.
But even then, if I were to look into...
Do mind, this was beyond any doubt, and only exclusively meant to be made for children.
But even then, I look at other magical girls, being manga or anime, that came out at the same time, and they had much stronger starts than this. Even if they would look worse, they would at least, you could at least say like, hey.
But I doubt those anime, but those anime were made because because the other person who wrote them was probably like, yeah, I wanna write a magical girl show. This was probably some people being gathered for write a magical girl show, please.
Yeah, this felt very much like a board meeting. We're gonna make a magical girl show, and it somehow got popular, like by stroke of luck. And so someone with good ideas came in on it and started writing and designing shit. Because even the monster designs just are so boring.
Again, that gets better in Max Art, but
again, that's still my point, where this is all feels very much like board meeting designed.
I think writing-wise, there are still some things that I enjoyed. For instance, in the middle of the series, there's like this nice period of like 10 episodes where they just keep eating shit.
But you're talking about the middle of the series. I'm just talking about what I've seen, which was the first 6 episodes.
I know. I'm not holding it against you. I'm just talking about the series because that's what you asked me to do.
Yes. But also, I would... Since, we were supposed to talk about those 6 episodes, we need to at least try and find out if there were some merits in those 6 episodes, which there were some, like the museum episode. Like, I feel like someone had the bright idea and wanted to try and set up something with the painting. Where,
that never went anywhere.
God damn it!
You know another thing that never went anywhere?
What was the point then?
Remember in episode 2 when Nagisa kicked the fucking vacuum cleaner and it left a footprint?
Don't say the Japanese names when you force me to watch the dub.
I'm sorry. I'm way more used to the Japanese names because I had the wiki open while I was watching the original series, which used the Japanese names, and I'm also watching the sequel, which is in Japanese.
Then why did we watch the dub?
Because I thought it would be funny.
And in the end, it only turned out to be problems.
I did specifically construct those topics with bringing you pain. You're the one that got excited about it, despite the fact that it was the dub.
Like, the dub is bad, but my problem is here. You talking and using Japanese names and terms when I only have knowledge of the dub.
Houm, I even warned you earlier that might happen. That I might just instinctively use the Japanese name. That's fucking whatever.
That's why I'm gonna call you out. So yeah, well, I assume you were talking about the spunky one.
Okay, Houm, I think you have an easy time telling which one's Nagisa and which one's Honoka.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, the one you said the second name, I immediately connected the dots.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
Okay, you can spoil me all you want. I don't care. Is the plot point of Nagisa being having a crush on the football basic bitch man that he is evil?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Not at all.
Does it go somewhere?
They have some nice moments.
So it goes somewhere.
Especially towards the end of the season, they have a moment during Christmas.
Okay, so
it's still in kind of baity territory, but I'd say it was enough for me not to be pissed.
So it went somewhere. Good. That's what I wanted to know, because every time he showed up, I wanted to crash my head through a window.
What, you don't like Fergie?
Speaking of things I hate and makes me want to slam my head against the window, the Scrimblows. I despise them. And I don't even want to think about what they sound like in Japanese.
Actually, they sound better. They sound way better.
Yeah, because
in Japanese, I think the only voice that's maybe a downgrade is for Hannah.
Like, yeah, that's what I was hoping for, because I wouldn't just fucking, what was his name? The voice actor. It's the one that's obvious. Was it Sam Riegel that did? Let me check. No, it wasn't Sam Riegel. Okay.
Roger Rhodes.
Okay, that did the male Scrimblow.
Meanwhile, in the Japanese voice actor is voice acting Pucci in Part 6.
Because when he was talking...
Oh, and he voiced Lubu in the fucking Ragnarok anime.
But yeah, like, when I heard him talking, I swear he had the same voice as Sam Riegel as Teddy from Persona 4.
I mean, when you do that kind of high-pitched voice, it's not too hard to sound similar.
Yeah, I heard it and I wanted to fucking gag myself. Also, just their writing and their designs are just the worst. Because they were going...
It's meant to appeal to girls.
But I mean, when it comes to like cute designs, it's usually going for a cute animal or a cute blob. So
it's an animal blob, the best of both worlds.
What part of it is animal?
The ears.
That's not
and the tail.
That doesn't look like ears. They just look like blobby things. And when it comes to like making a cute blob, like the less detailed, the better. I feel like there was just too much. Like they had too much defined shapes.
Wow, what a fucking surprise! They didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, they look bad. They sound bad. Their writing is terrible. And that's why episode 6 is my favorite episode, because at least they shook things up with them. At least a little.
It was actually a really nice moment at the end of the season, where they decided they'd rather go into permanent coma than leave Natalie and Hannah.
They're still leaving them
until next season starts.
Nah. But that's still leaving them by going into coma.
Yeah, but they don't have to say goodbye.
That's fucked up. You say it's a nice moment, but what you described was pretty fucked up. And in the end, isn't that all magical girl shows? You say something is awesome, but it's actually kind of fucked up. But yeah. Also, if I'm gonna say that the writing was bad, or just I didn't like the characters or their voices, keep in mind, this man told me to watch the dub, so I'm speaking from dub experiences.
I watched the entirety in dub, so fuck you.
Yeah, the writing between the dialogue, it was just okay, like with the exception of was this for kids? Because I don't think this was for kids.
4Kids licensed it, but then did nothing with it, and then some Canadian American TV bought it out.
Because this very much feels like someone wanted to do 4Kids, but didn't put as much effort as 4Kids, which is saying a lot.
I mean, I'll tell you something that you'll find funny, maybe. So the first episode of the dub aired on the 6th of March 2009.
What?
The last episode of the dub aired on January 26th, 2014.
What?
That's fucked up.
I gotta leave. I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving. Fuck this shit. What do you mean this was the dub quality in the year of our Lord 2009?
It's Canadian. Like, no offense to Canada, but like their cartoons sucked shit for the most part.
No offense to Canada, but fuck you, Canada.
There's one very good cartoon from Canada from around that time that I really like, and I've watched twice, and that's it.
God, it's just...
Here, have something good from the show that to calm you down.
I'm gonna listen to it later. Right now, I just want to drown myself.
I mean, I can tell you of a actually good part. The series writing definitely kind of hits the peak around episode 21. You know that because I were in a call while I was watching it, and I was screaming about how good it was getting.
I feel like, okay, to wrap things up, Precure with the dub. No, I might watch Precure again, but I would pick a season that's not it. Not this one.
If you try to sub, just try bearing through like the first 10 to 11 episodes.
Honestly,
it gets better from there.
Honestly, if I went for the sub, I just don't. Like, nothing about this, like, there are no characters, nothing about this makes me want to go back. If I were to try Precure, again, it will be one of the later seasons. I just want to dip my toe somewhere there where they got ideas. But just, this didn't do it for me at all. And seeing as you're watching the second season, you don't need to say anything, I guess.
Again, maybe give it a try after episode 11. If you still don't like it, stop. But like,
again, if I did, I would switch to the sub immediately because I cannot handle the dub.
Because like around episode 12 is where the eating shit arc starts. And,
Okay, I will say one positive thing about from the 6 episodes of Precure that I would say that was no that I don't have any but about that I really enjoyed. Principal was funny. Fucking dipshit brings a giant fucking backpack to a museum visit.
So we naturally didn't see it, but in episode 7, the vice principal gets transformed by one of the Zakena.
Oh.
And instead of attacking, he just starts ranting off about how shitty his life is.
Okay, maybe you've convinced me to try it. Because that sounds pretty good.
I mean, the episodes with the muscle guy, where he's the villain, like, have some really funny moments. Because he's a fucking dipshit, and also confuse himself with his monsters. So it leads to some really funny visuals.
Okay, maybe. Big fucking maybe. The size of fucking Mount Everest. Maybe I'll try Futari Precure in the sub.
And then after episode 11, as I said, the villains get better. They get smarter.
They better.
They have personalities.
They fucking better. Anyway, this was Battlefight Ridercast episode whatever the fuck we are on. I lost track. No numbers, brain hurt. Right?
No, 7.
C.
7.
C. But right now we were supposed to have a bit where I would present a meme with bullets, and he would then decide which he wanted to be shot with next episode. Once he's not here, fuck him. Then I'm picking what we're watching next.
He's just gonna get shot with a Glock.
Yeah, point blank in 2 weeks. But anyway.
Funny thought, Houm.
Yeah?
What if that when we finally get close to like beating one of the gift decks and like getting rid of them forever, Iki hesitates and George pulls out a Glock and just kills them.
Yes. Headcanon, 100%. But anyway, on the next episode, we're gonna be again discussing Revice as usual, but for the second half of the episode, we're gonna be talking about the Drive movie.
Man, can't wait to watch Kamen Rider Heart.
Wait. How long is it even his Heart?
What's the name of the actual movie? Surprise Future?
Probably. Yeah, we're gonna be watching, on the next episode of, we're gonna be watching the Drive movie. Not sure which one, we're gonna figure out which one, but it's gonna be a Drive movie we're gonna be watching.
Kamen Rider Yogo.
No. Anyway, I'm gonna
Death
go down.
to all of you.